Just leave all his
Everyone will
bitching.
see the real Mikey.
Just have a whole clip of Mikey just bitching about everyone.
Yeah, me going like, Trump's great. Oh, there she is. Can you hear us
Did I
now?
miss anything? Sorry.
Yeah, so we've actually already guessed exactly what it is, and I got it right. And I think if you're going to be the president of the United States, I would say Trump is probably the better person to have in that position.
Just fight, man.
Yeah,
Just fight.
I agree. He's a terrible diplomat.
If I'm friendly with them, that's different. But like right now, if it was my next door neighbour, I don't know them. I don't give a shit. It's her life.
That was harder to get out of you than it should have been, Kimmy. Fuck yeah.
I can keep a secret.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Confessional podcast, episode 52. You are listening to yours truly, Mr. Ricky Hay, or however you want to call me. Then, of course, we have the amazingly beautiful Kimmi K, the bringer of boobies. And then we have
Hi.
Mikey McMikeface, Perfect Pete, the perfect queen, who is the pod producer. That's who we have. Welcome, everybody. Mikey, let's jump straight into how was your couple of days away with your better other half?
Fucking amazing. Venice is an amazing place, like astoundingly beautiful. Every corner you walk around looks like a fucking postcard, which means my missus was constantly taking photographs.
Of course, like you have to.
I ate at least one ice cream / gelato a day, probably two. We ate loads of pasta, loads of pizza. Weirdly, the weather was amazing, like 20 degrees on the first day.
Nice.
You look very sun-kissed.
Yeah, you do.
I have also just been messing with my camera settings, so I might have
Okay.
I might have put a bit too much contrast in there, so I might look a little browner than I actually am.
Well, you look great, so don't worry
I
about
look
it.
like a goat compared to you.
Check out the t-shirt that I got.
Venice. I like
But
it.
it's like a Jaws rip-off.
Oh,
How cool is that?
With a gondola on the top.
it's a La gondola.
It would have been even better if you and your lovely wife were sat on that gondola as well. Imagine, that would be amazing.
That would be a pretty quick turnaround for a custom t-shirt. But
It'd
yeah,
be amazing.
that was pretty good. Did you like my little retail video on Patreon?
Yes, sir. All of them. I thought all of your pictures were fandabby-dozy, so I appreciate that. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, mate, it looked like you were having a great time. The gondola picture was obviously lovely.
Oh, yeah, it looked...
Cheeky coffee. Was that a nice coffee? Because if it was, you're a cunt.
No, that was a latte. And then I remembered literally the second I sat down with it going, oh my God, I think I've just committed a bit of a faux pas, because in Italy, it's not the done thing to have a milky coffee in the afternoon. It's strictly a morning drink.
It's a breakfast drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they only drink espresso, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bet all the baristas were like that. Like that. Right, I'm not going to mock them.
How does an Italian lesbian make love?
I don't know.
Like that.
Oh, we're such children. Oh my goodness.
How you doing, Rick?
How's
life?
Okay, mate. What did I do on the weekend? My daughter started horse riding again, so that's fun. My son has started kickboxing, so that's fun. Mate, just very child orientated and work orientated, and nothing new to kind of go into. However, when people are listening to this, I will already have my Christmas decorations up because I'm doing that this weekend. I'm very excited. So fuck you all, you Grinch bastards. I'm putting my Christmas decorations up and I can't wait. Don't take the shine out of my shine.
Just for anyone listening, it is like the first week in November when we're recording this.
Correct.
Just so you know.
It is.
Just
correct.
so you know how much of a prick Rick is.
I'm not a prick. I find it fun, so just let me be. Let me do.
You do you.
Yeah, let me do me. Kimmy, how are you?
I'm good. I had a very exciting weekend.
Oh.
I was an emergency driver for my friend who had a very bad appendix. So I had a fun few hours in A&E.
Why is that exciting?
It was exciting. It's better than sitting at home. She didn't die.
Well, that's great. That's good news, and I'm glad that she's okay. Fucking hell.
Yeah, she's good.
Oh, wow.
It was actually on Halloween, so I nearly missed trick-or-treating with the kids.
Oh, that bitch.
But I managed to get back in time, yeah.
How inconsiderate of her.
I know.
What a twat.
That was literally my fun for the week.
Well, good. Right, before we get into everything, what are we saying about Trump and Harris, mate? We've got to bring it up.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's
man.
big news, mate. It's big news. Do you love that Donald Trump is now the president again?
Again, as well.
Do you love it? He's made history.
I literally don't have a clue what's going on, to be honest. I know that people don't like Trump and people don't like, what's her name?
Kamala
I don't even know
Harris.
her name. Yeah, her.
What's really interesting, right? So I don't think it's Kamala Harris's fault. I think as a candidate, she was definitely on the back foot. She didn't really have many policies, and kind of the three main things that kind of was supposed to be being campaigned for. I believe top of the agenda was immigration. Second on the agenda, I believe, was the cost of living, and third was taxes. When she was campaigning, so I followed it a little bit. I didn't follow it avidly. Obviously, I wouldn't, people in the States are obviously going to have their opinion. This is just my opinion from an outsider, so don't fucking shoot the messenger, okay? But she basically, her main message to a lot of people was, I'm not Trump, so vote for me because I'm a woman and I'm not Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that doesn't have enough backbone.
Don't agree. Like, if you listened to some of the long form
Some shit,
interviews
mate.
that she did, she had a more level-headed, probably too conservative
She was
kind
shit,
of
mate.
approach.
She's like having a normal conversation, like we
But
are.
like the reproductive rights was also a massive thing, and I agree with you to some extent in that I think maybe she was just trying to
Which
be
is
the better
shit.
person.
You're
in
about
terms
to
of-
become probably top 2 most powerful people in the whole entire world. You can't be nice. You can't be a nice person. I'm sorry. You can't.
Yeah, I think it was a case of trying to project a more responsible
Absolute
politician versus, well, look at some of the presidents they've had before. Like Obama wasn't like a massively extroverted
wasn't, no,
personality. He was
but
just
a
he was
massive
confidence.
cunt. Behind closed doors, he was a massive cunt and made very big decisions that changed the path of the whole entire world.
And you think Trump's going to be
No, I think
change
Trump's
to
going to be
that?
a massive cunt, but I think that's what we need right now. I think Biden was basically a yes man and did absolutely nothing and was probably influenced by his whole Congress. Whereas I think Trump he'll be the decision maker. And I think I'm not saying Trump's an amazing man, I'm not. But I think the world right now needs somebody who's going to kind of take the reins and lead. And I don't think Kamala Harris was that.
Yeah, I think Biden is like historically known for
Shit.
being like bipartisan
Shit.
and like sort of creating conversations like across the aisle, and finding like common grounds. But politics has moved so far past that in America.
The only reason like Biden could do that is just because he was the president of the United States. It wasn't because he was a great president.
No. He had a reputation for being bipartisan when he was a senator. Like long before he was VP, long before he was president. Like he was known for like instigating
moons ago.
conversations.
Not now.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. He would have liked to transition back closer to that. And originally, he said he was going to be a transitional president.
As a president, no.
And then
Can't do it, mate.
No. He said he was going to do one term so that he could, they could transition to like a better place. And then he said that he was going to run, and then the whole party had to sort of bully him out of it for Kamala Harris to come in at 100 days
He
notice.
fucked the whole economy, though.
I think
Past 4 years, mate, Americans have struggled, bro. More so than normal.
If you listen to a lot of the reports, the American economy is actually strongest economy. I think it's either the strongest or the second strongest economy globally now.
Because look at the size of it.
It's actually
the size of it, right? So as a country, they produce and trade shitloads of stuff. Yes, however, their actual citizens are struggling. So as a business, the country's thriving, but people who like me and you who live there and have to go food shopping and put fuel in our cars and do day-to-day shit, it's not thriving at all, mate. It's struggling to fuck.
Yeah, but like there's lots of other metrics where the state of the economy is actually in a better state than it was during the first Trump administration. And a lot of the sort of inflation that's made the sort of living standard so hard isn't down to what happened in those 4 years on his decision. It's geopolitical stuff.
Yeah,
wars,
of course, but Biden could have a massive
you know.
influence in these wars. Don't get me wrong, mate. I'm very curious. What I'm most curious about is to see what Trump does about these wars. I'm really curious about it. Very, very curious about it.
Oh yeah, me too. But like he is decisive, but he doesn't always make the smart move
None of
from a
them do.
long term play. He makes a
None
move
of
in a
them do
short
it.
term way.
None of them do. Look at what Labour
Mm.
in the UK has just done to farmers. They've just fucked farming. Quite literally fucked it right up the ass. They're literally about to ruin farming for any generation after us.
I've not really got stuck into the sort of fallout from the budget. Can't believe how serious
know.
this conversation
It's
started.
exciting.
Do you like how I've just stayed silent because I literally haven't got a clue?
All right, cool. Let's not talk about that. But don't get me wrong, right? I'm not pro Trump and I'm not pro Kamala Harris. If I would have had to have chosen between the two, just not off of their kind of backgrounds, but off of an influential person in power, I would have chosen Donald Trump out of the two. And I think if you're going to be the president of the United States, I would say Trump is probably the better person to have in that position to kind of move things forward.
He's the
Yes.
guy to make decisions. I wouldn't say he's an amazing
Of
diplomat,
course
though.
not. He's a fucking idiot, mate.
Just
But-
fight, man.
Yeah.
Just fight.
I agree. He's a terrible diplomat, but he'll make harsh decisions, which I think others probably would try and skip around. All right, Mikey, what is on the agenda tonight?
Well, I think the only direction to steer ourselves away from this ludicrously serious conversation that we've opened
Urban
with
Dictionary Corner?
is to go into Urban Dictionary Corner.
Is it like election related?
Well, I do have one that is recent. So with editor Mikey, I've created a new thread for me and him to just
That's
dump
fun.
in our Urban Dictionary terms. And one that I happened upon today, doing a Vance.
Vance.
Doing a Vance. Would anyone care to guess what doing a Vance might
You
be?
didn't do your... Wouldn't you like to take a trip to the
Yeah,
Urban
you
Dic-
didn't say it.
No, so you've thrown me off, Mike. Mikey McMikeface. Start from the top, please.
Okay, I apologise. It's because Kimmy said Urban Dictionary
No.
Corner before, and I was just kind of I was trying to follow the flow.
You thrown me off.
He likes things proper,
Structure.
this lad. So, how do you fancy taking a stroll
Urban Dictionary
into-
Corner.
She's such a cunt, but yes, I would love to. Thank you. Fuck's sake.
I had a really nice little intro prepared for you. You grinchy cunt.
Grinchy cunt.
Fucking hell.
That's what everyone is.
We need
That's
to create a
what
term for
everyone is
that.
who doesn't like Christmas. Go on. What's the term?
Either of you care to hazard a guess what doing a Vance might be?
Doing
Vance. Oh shit. Wait, I've lost my earpiece.
advance as
Don't
in
you
I'm
dare guess shit. I
advancing,
can't hear anything.
or doing a
I've
Vance.
lost my earpiece. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Hold on, we've got to wait for
So
this
Kimmi K,
fucking
the bringer
princess
of
to find her.
boobies, is fucking about, and she flicked a fucking earpiece out. Oh, here she is. Can you hear us
Did I
now?
miss anything? Sorry.
Yeah, so we've actually already guessed exactly what it is, and I got it right. Even played the
No,
tune and
you
everything.
haven't. No, you haven't.
No, we haven't at all. That's a nonsense. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck he's saying to me.
A
Say it again.
the ants.
doing a Vance. V-A-N-K-E.
It's a
I've no-
funny dance.
I've never heard that word.
It's a funny dance.
A Vanks.
Vance.
Vance.
Like dance, but with a V.
V-A-N-C-E.
Vance. Doing a Vance. I think it's where... Oh, all I can think of now is women doing a fucking fanny dance because Kimmy said that. For goodness sake.
Think about how you teed me up with have we got any related
Vance.
to...
It is...
A vote dance.
It is
For you
setting
winner?
up...
I don't.
Setting up your genital hair for who you want to win in the election. And then if they win, you're dancing. There you go. I don't know.
Okay, Kim, so are we happy that you
Well,
both
I'll
got a
just be
guess?
more specific with my fanny dance. It's actually a vagina dance, and it's when, do you know when the woman orgasms and it goes?
Right,
Right.
That's
when it
the
pulses.
fanny dance.
Pulsating. Yeah. Like, you don't have to do, like, we understand. Well, I mean, some people may not understand what a woman does when she orgasms, but
Yeah.
luckily enough, I do.
Poor Mikey.
Right then.
Go on.
Sorry, what?
Go on. Go on, Mikey McMikeface. I like that name a lot, by the way. I'm going to say that a lot.
Just because I didn't speak up doesn't
Yeah,
mean I
we've seen
don't
you
know what
cowering
they
in
look
the
like.
corner.
It's okay. Come on, tell me what the fuck a Vance is.
Doing a Vance. When you have sex with an inside-out latex glove shoved between two couch cushions, as Republican VP nominee J.D. Vance admitted to doing in page 179 and 181 of his book Hillbilly
Are
Elegy.
you fucking serious?
So he had sex with a glove.
In a cushion.
I think maybe someone just started a rumor about him and nobody wants to disbelieve it because he's a weird fucking dude. But there was a pretty substantial rumor that he
I don't
fucked
even
a
know
couch.
who that is, to be honest.
He's the vice president.
JD Vance is the weird looking dude
He's
who's
gonna be the
Trump's
new vice
VP.
president,
He
yeah.
kind of looks like a Ted
Well, now
Cruz
he's
light.
called Vagina Dance because that's that's what it sounds like.
A Vance. That's interesting. But I'd never even heard they did that. I mean, why is that
No.
such a big thing?
Well, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, but you've done weird sexual things, haven't you?
Well,
I haven't fucked a glove between a cushion.
No, but you've done some other freaky deaky stuff.
Yeah, but like Kimmy's
I'm not the vice president yet.
He didn't fuck a couch when he was vice president, did he?
That's a good point.
The rumor was started when he came to the
What
to
about
the
the rumor that
forefront.
David Cameron fucked a pig?
Huh?
Exactly, like
I
that's
didn't even hear that.
Did you know? Oh, that's like a
No.
serious rumor that he did it when he was in Oxford University.
Oh my god,
Yeah, it's
that's
like a,
worse.
yeah.
It's
That's
like a
100 times worse.
Well, it is, yeah. But he was still the prime minister, so interesting, isn't it?
Hmm.
How bizarre.
some weird posh
That's right, it's an
initiation.
What's the weirdest
initiation.
thing you've put your dick in then?
Me?
Both of you.
A couple of wrong ones when I was young. No. The weirdest object I've put my penis in. Mikey, do you have anything?
A Hoover?
No, like I can't
I've
think
put
of
my
anything.
penis in a Hoover. When I was younger,
No, never done that.
Cottage cheese.
I've never put my penis in cottage cheese. Don't really think I want to.
Butter?
No, I have
No.
put my penis in a doll that I used to kiss in bed when I was a child to practice kissing. I did do that.
Champagne?
No, well, champagne. Why would I put my willy in champagne? I wouldn't get it in a champagne
Bubbles.
bottle. The hole's teeny tiny.
I'm not in the bottle.
Give me a bit of fucking credit, man. Jesus.
Have you tried to put a donut on it?
I put a donut around my penis and I put onion rings around my penis.
Onion rings.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Onion rings. Oh, I wouldn't go
Just
savoury.
obviously do it once they've cooled down because you don't want burning hot oil around the shaft of your cock.
Did you watch American Pie and then want to stick your penis in
Yes.
an apple pie?
Immediately. And I also wanted to have sex with all of the American Pie cast.
Yeah, I've had various edible things put on it for it to
Edible?
be
Ooh,
taken off again. But
that's naughty.
I've never put it anywhere
Anywhere.
odd. Like I'd heard too many horror stories about the Hoover thing going wrong to.
Well, I'll just
try
let you
that.
know, if I ever have a penis at any point, they might be fashionable in the future, I don't know.
Maybe.
But I'm going to
I mean,
stick
they
it in
already are, aren't they?
everything.
With all these
Well,
alphabet
you can
people.
say that if you want. But I'm going to stick it in everything. Everything that's got a
You're there,
hole
Mikey.
is having it.
You okay there, Mikey? What's wrong with your face, bud? You.
Me or editor Mikey?
You had a proper
Well,
grin.
it's like when you say anything that's got a hole. I'm just like, I've just got visions of Kimmy with it. It's a weird vision to have put on your head on a Wednesday evening. Kimmy with a dick running around just going, have that.
I'm looking at things in my office and I'm like, that would have it. That would have it. That would have it. That would have it too. I'd try it all.
Oh dear.
I would have a massive cock though.
So,
I'm just
yes.
letting you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But what you
I'm
giving us a
I'm letting
warning?
you know.
Like,
yeah. Watch
Watch
out.
It's going to be huge.
In case. Yeah, okay. Right, let's go into some confessions.
Should we change
I love how
the
this became a
conversation?
prediction.
Let's have a really serious one after that.
Let's have a really serious one about politics or somebody who has come out as non-binary and their dad hates them or something like that.
Oh, God!
Well, we've not had loads
No,
this
I won't
week,
lie.
I will
None of us
say.
have pushed it, but it's fine.
Last week, I caught my daughter, 21, leaving our neighbour's house early in the morning. I was getting a drink around 3 a.m. and watched her leave their house, and she snuck across the yard and went through our basement door. Our neighbour is married, probably 30. I assume his wife was gone for the night as her car wasn't there. The next morning, I went down to my daughter's room and confronted her. At first, she denied it, but she eventually said that she'd been sleeping with him for a couple of months. I lost it at that point and yelled at her, telling her that he's married and she's going to ruin his family. I told her that she needs to tell the wife or she needs to move out. She is clearly upset and thinks I'm overreacting. My wife also thinks I'm taking this too far, but I can't stand for this.
So who was the person talking? The man to the daughter?
Yeah, the dad.
Right,
The father.
so apologies. I thought it was a mum, so I got confused there. It's none of my business, mate.
She's 21. She's not a child anymore. You can't tell her what to do. She needs to make her own mistakes.
She's old enough to get fucked like a slut and enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure you're trying to get cancelled today, Mr. Rick.
I'm not.
So your daughter is 21 and you get up in the middle of the night to pee because by then you will be proper old
right.
and
So
your prostate will be missing.
From, but the interruption of next door and making it like saying you have to tell the wife, that's not his place to do that. That's my opinion.
Yeah, like maybe knock it on the head, but not you've got to
knock it on the
tell
fucking
them.
head. Stop shagging a neighbour, you cunt. He's married. Like, stop making silly decisions. There's plenty of people out there that you can go and fucking get bent in half over. Why the neighbour? Like, when we know he's married. And, you know, they may have lived there for 10 years and fucking maybe babysit you. You know?
Yeah, like
it's a bit much.
If you've been like going to each other's barbecues for like 10,
Don't
15
shit on your own
years.
doorstep. It's not worth it.
Not worth it.
I'm not saying
No, I don't give a shit. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, whatever. I wouldn't even probe why she was coming out. No.
Kimmi K.
I don't
Would
need
you
to
actually
know
not?
that information, no. But I'm not friends with my neighbours. If I was friends with them, that would be different. I don't speak to anyone,
Right.
so...
In this instance, you're besties with your neighbour.
My best friend's shagging my next door neighbour?
No, in this instance, you're very close with your neighbours.
Oh, it is... Okay, and that's her husband.
Oh my God. In this instance, it's the exact same fucking scenario, but it's your daughter and it's your next door neighbours who you're friendly with.
If I'm friendly with them, that's different. But like right now, if it was my next door neighbour, I don't know them. I don't give a shit. It's her life.
That was harder to get out of you than it should have been, Kimmi. Fucking
I don't know them.
Stanley.
It's nothing to do with
His
me.
name's Stanley.
I don't know. The thing is, right?
But if you did...
If I knew them...
Theoretically.
And it was my friend, I'd tell her to stop being a twat. But it will still be none of my business. I probably wouldn't probe her. I wouldn't be like, what were you doing? She's 21. I wouldn't, Unless she voluntarily told me the information.
I don't know if I'd probe her, but I'd be like, are you having sex with my neighbour, yes or no? And then if she went, yeah, I'd be like, okay, well, maybe make better choices.
I don't even know if I'd jump to that conclusion that she's having sex
I'd
with
immediately
the next
say
door
that.
neighbour.
Immediately, that would be the first thing I say.
But yeah, I don't, Nah.
I wouldn't go as far as go, oh, you better tell the fucking wife, otherwise you can get out. Nah, I'm not going to make my kid homeless over that. Not a chance. No. Like, we've all made mistakes.
Yeah, it does sound like a in the heat of the moment take.
Hopefully.
You know, like...
Hopefully. Because either way, you tell the neighbour and then your daughter lives next door and that's going to be one of the most awkward situations in the whole entire world now because my daughter's fucked your husband and we live next door to each other. The daughter moves out and she probably finds out anyway and goes, fuck you, your daughter fucking is a homewrecker. So either way, it's a shit situation. So I say, shut the fuck up. Let them make their own mistake.
Exactly, yeah. Just...
Yeah, that's a tough
I
one.
haven't got time for that stress, to be honest.
Yeah, man. I actively avoid conflict at all costs. I'm not into it. Yeah,
it gives me a headache thinking about it.
I'm not.
Don't tell me. Just go about your business. Don't get caught.
I have a very controversial topic that we can talk about on the next episode, by the way.
Wicked.
So we'll go into that and see if that gets heated.
Okay, next one.
Very interesting.
Years back, on a day out, I was at a... How the fuck have they written this?
No judgement.
Well, we'll cut my bitchiness out.
Don't cut it out.
And I'll just...
Just leave it in. Just leave all
Everyone will see the real Mikey.
Just have a whole clip of Mikey just bitching about everyone.
Yeah, me going like, Trump's great, but over like lip synced over fucking Mike's mouth. Get him in loads of trouble. Trump's great. Mikey, go on.
Years back, I was waiting at a crossing and waiting for the light to turn green, and my ex-boyfriend suddenly asked me why I loved him. So I'm assuming you must have been the boyfriend at the time. So my boyfriend asked, I'm going to start
yeah.
this again
Yeah, you
so that
fucked
it makes
mate,
sense
'cause
to
I don't
me.
understand it. Somebody was stood at the traffic lights and asked somebody why they love them. But
This is what I was struggling with when the first time I tried to read it out. And every time I read it, it's written in a way that makes it confusing. So I'm trying to make it make sense. Years back, I was waiting to cross the road with my then boyfriend, and he suddenly asked me why I loved him. Surrounded by pedestrians waiting for the crossing, I noticed that they'd all turned to us immediately, waiting for my answer, and I was so damn embarrassed. My cheeks and ears were starting to burn, my heartbeat racing like a roller coaster. I replied in a very, very loud voice, because your hands are big, your dick is black, and your nipples are so pink.
Okay. Okay.
The pedestrians turned to laugh at once, and my now ex-boyfriend lowered his cap, took my hand, and dragged me across the road. That's the only time in my 27 years that I've been an absolute dick.
is
Been a dick? Why has that been a dick?
I think that's just how she perceived it
That's
in
just
that
normal
moment.
for me.
Like,
I
what,
would
you just
say
randomly
random
shout
shit
out?
like that all the time, no matter where I am.
So I have a thing, right? Whenever we're at the supermarket, family's in, I'm sat waiting in the car. She's gone into the supermarket. She comes out. She knows exactly where I am because obviously I stopped and let her out. Every single time, and I'll do this until the day I die, I beat my horn, wave my hand out the window and go, I'm here, and flash my lights and everything. I can't now not do it. I literally can't do it. Every time. And it doesn't matter how many people are around. And every time she gets in the car, she's like, you just pissed that person off. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Because I had a fucking, it made me happy. So that person can shut up and get in the bin. Yeah. So yeah. I don't think that person's been a dick. I think you were put on the spot around loads of people and you just kind of splurted something out. I don't think that makes you a dick at all. I think.
What I want to know is, was he a black man? Because if his knob was black and he wasn't, that would be, there might be something wrong.
Well, you say that. My penis is probably darker than my body, for sure. 100%.
Oh yeah, knobs are definitely darker than bodies, but
Knobs.
knobs. It's gone from cocks to dicks to knobs now.
Phalluses.
Penises.
Rod. Right. Oh, here we go.
Meat stick.
No, it's not. Luckily, it does say, maybe don't listen to this at work. It does say that. But yeah, okay, cool. Let's end this one and go straight into the next one and talk about something really controversial. That's it. End it there. Imagine just... That's it.
I don't know why I had two guns in a row though. That didn't make any sense, did it?
No, you're cool, mate.
It was supposed to be like a...
You got two because you're cool as fuck, mate. You can have as many guns as you want, Kimmy, right?
I've got these guns.
You live in America, you can have as many guns as you want, can't you? So,
yeah, sorry.
Sorry for everybody listening.
What episode was it? 50?
52.
It's not 50, was it?
It was 52.
52!
Mm.
Oh, is that loud when I shout? Because it sounds really loud
Just
in my
take
ear.
us out, Kimmy.
Sorry. Thank you for listening. That was episode 52. I've been your co-host, Kimmy K. He's been Rickstar, and we have Mickey McMikeface as the producer. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Make sure you listen, like, subscribe, and if you want to see bonus content, go onto the Patreon as well. Yeah, well done, Kimmy, for fuck's sake. Bye.
Bye.